We could soon have some answers more than a week after a devastating fire in Fall River. Thank you for joining us on this Monday night. I'm Mike Montecalvo. Now tomorrow, the Bristol County District Attorney's Office is expected to discuss preliminary findings of the investigation into what caused the July 13th fire that claimed 10 lives at Gabriel House assisted living facility. Today, the DA's office identified 70-year-old Helena Lawler as the 10th victim of the fire. Also today, we're hearing comment on behalf of Gabriel House ownership, a spokesperson writing, "There are no words to adequately convey the depths of our grief and the shock over the devastating events of July 13th at the Gabriel House. To call what occurred that night a tragedy is an understatement. Our hearts are broken for the victims and their families. Their losses will never be forgotten." Meanwhile, a spokesperson also thanked first responders and noted that there were quarterly inspections of the building's fire suppression system, including one 5 days prior to that fire. In addition to the district attorney's afternoon press conference tomorrow, Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey will also be meeting with Mayor Paul Coogan and other city department heads discussing their work in responding to that fire. The meeting is expected around 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, many of those impacted by the Gabriel House fire have spent the last week coming to terms with the tragedy, and that includes a local priest who was at the scene that night anointing some of the victims. Kayla Fish joins us now with how he says faith can help in a tragedy like this. Kayla?
Father Mike Racine has been the fire chaplain for the Fall River Fire Department for about a decade and is often called to incidents to provide support for first responders and potential victims. But he tells me he's never seen anything like the Gabriel House fire.
This was definitely different.
The night of July 13th is one that will stick with Father Mike Racine for a long time. He was called to the Gabriel House around 10 p.m. that Sunday.
And immediately I was informed that there were fatalities.
The fire killed 10 people in total. Father Mike gave many of them their last rites.
And the guys were already starting to bring victims out the windows. I actually anointed one right as they were coming down. They were bringing the body down, halfway down the ladder. You make the assumption that they were Catholic, and at least they get the graces of the sacrament.
When he got home, the magnitude of it all started to sink in.
At that time, you don't know who you're anointing. And when I went to record them on Monday, I said, fire victim 1, fire victim 2, fire victim 3, fire victim 4, fire victim 5. It's very odd looking at that because that's a permanent record, in the sacrament book. And it's a very eerie feeling.
In the days after, as the victims were identified, Father Mike met with some of their families, who he says were grateful.
They understand what the sacrament gives. It gives us that fulfillment of the forgiveness of sins, the healing.
As fire chaplain, he's also there to provide support to the firefighters on scene.
I just made sure that they were okay, And some guys don't say much, but then there are the others that say, "Thanks for being here." I think everybody was just in such great shock that night, because most of these guys haven't seen a fire like this in their career.
In the wake of the tragedy, he says faith can help those trying to come to terms with what happened.
This is going to take a long time to get over, and I think their faith is very, very important at this time. It's very important.
Father Mike also told me his door is always open to firefighters who want to talk about what they witnessed that night. In studio, I'm Kayla Fish, 12 News.